and so that he knows where to go and also where to what's the route to go back to the station, the charging station. So there's a famous algorithm which is called SLAM, the simultaneous location and mapping. So SLAM, SLAM. So this is about talking about the SLAM, past, present, and future. So that's the case. Okay, it's not an easy. It's not an easy paper, in my personal opinion. Like I said, the background of that of the reason why I choose these papers. But you can still take the challenge, right?
No thanks. The
18, UAV. Okay, so yeah, it's comparatively much easier. Wanda. Wait, Wanda. 12. Who's 12? Oh, yeah, Udi.
7.
Not 17? 7? Okay. EM reconstruction. Yeah. Smart choice, considering the options that we have. If the goal is to pick the easier one, and yeah, that's the case. This one, right?
没有开。
没有保盖。这个。
对。
Okay. Final. The final one. I'll pick one for you.
Number 17, I guess.
17, right? Okay, so you will take number 17. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. You should look at this. Take a look at this paper. So we still have one to decide, but we will see when he show up. Okay. So that will be the paper you are going to present. So please remember which paper you are going to present, because in the previous years, actually people forgot which paper they are going to present. So I don't know why. You guys pick it, right? Okay, so remember this, and all the papers can be downloaded from the EE class, so you should be able to find that. And beside that, we still need to decide the order of presentation. So that's the other order, so which is not this order. So we will randomly choose the order as well. Okay, that's choose that's get random again. Alright, this is the presentation order. So let's see. Okay, actually, let me do this. Alright, who's the first one? Chih-Yuan. Who's Kunio? 它是这个用吗？哦 ，Okay, sure. Who's 11? Okay. 14. Okay. Okay, 12. Who's 12? Okay. 5. Wanda. 6. 8. 7. Deborah. 8. Wilkinson. You guys are all together, huh? Okay, so number 5 at number 5 is 2, number 2, Angie. 13, 3, number 3, Daniel. who's number 9? Okay. Yi-Yun. 12 is taken. 8. 8 is taken. 7. That's taken. 6. Yes. 11. Yes. 2. Yes, taken. 14. 14. Who's 14? Oh yeah, you've taken 8. Yes. 12. 2. 15. 12, 10, 10, who's 10? Okay, no. 11, 14, 3, 5, 5, who's 5? Oh, okay. So, okay, so nothing here. Actually, who's next one? 1? I think it's 1, right? Anyone else? Who hasn't been? Is all here? Let me take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 2. Okay. 2. Okay. I think everyone is here, right? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, everyone is here. So that's the order for your presentation. So usually each of you will have like half hour, including the Q&A. So half hour including the Q&A. So it will take us about 7 to 8 hours. So which means that it will take us about 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks for this. So we will do that at the end of the semester. So beside that, we still have many labs to do. So because this year is a little bit different. Usually we will just spread out the labs, but this year because Insem is just joining us, so we push like the labs to like the second half of the semester. So we will start the labs maybe starting from next week or even the week next after that, but we will talk about that later. So hopefully we can finish all the lecture topic. So like I said, in this year I try to starting from last year, I start trying to change the way I teach this course by having more time to like write the board instead of like using the slides. So hopefully you guys. But I'm still experimenting, so hopefully that is helpful for you guys to understand the content. You can be more concentrated. Okay, so remember that that's the order, and then we will decide the time to present at the very end of the semester. Okay, so we will talk about that, but it's about time for you guys to start preparing. And like I said, yeah. 30 minutes, including the Q&A. So your presentation can be 20 minutes, and we have 10 minutes for the Q&A. Or if you want, you can have 10 minutes of presentation, and we can have 20 minutes of Q&A. That's acceptable as well. So, but hopefully you don't use all the 30 minutes because I still want people to ask some questions. And if no one asks questions, I will ask questions to all of you or to the presenter. So that's the case. So and the other thing is the presentation will be marked by me and also by your peers. So it's a little bit similar to the seminar. So everyone will give the presenters grades, which will eventually decide a part of your final grade. Okay, so I believe, let's actually take a look at the percentage over here. I think I have that here. All right, the presentation will be marked by me and also you here, 15%. Okay, so it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. So how to make the audience to understand the content that you are trying to to present. So that's also important. And the evaluation items are pretty similar to, I think, it's either pretty similar or exactly the same as the seminar evaluation form. So you can think about, say, what's the content you are presenting, and how fluent and what's your voice, what's your language, what's your grammar, and also your voice quality. So those things are considered in the evaluation items. And also Q&A. Okay. So that's about this. Any question regarding the presentation? No? If not, then that will be it. And let's move on to the lecture content. Okay, let me bring up the slides. One sec. We will start from defining some terms. Alright, so this page is actually, this slide is actually from the chapter 3, one of the slide in the chapter 3. What I want to do is to define some terms, and maybe some of them well, you already know some of them, but however there may be some that you don't know, especially from the analog age. So actually this is a comparison between the digital age and also the analog age. And not only that, it also a comparison between the push-boom scanner and also the front camera. So we can compare them from a different point of view. From these 5 point of view. The first one is focal length. Second one is the sensor, in terms of the sensor that you are using, or you can say the film that you are using. And then the third one is the FOV. The fourth one is the coverage, and also the final one is the scale. Okay. So the differences between these two types of camera, in terms of the focal length, there's no difference. All right, there's no difference in terms of the focal length. So both of them has the same definition on the focal length. It will be you can say the distance from your perspective center to your you can say image plane. Right, to your image plane. That's the definition of focal length. So they have the same definition. Same definition. Alright, so, and then in terms of the sensor, what I'm trying to say is that the sensor for the digital push-boom camera, push-boom scanner, and also analog front camera, they are a little bit different. So for the analog age, actually it's the film. It's usually the soft film by the pin. so you guys know it, right? In the past, when you are taking some pictures, you need to buy the film and then like rotate it and then take another one, rotate it and take another one. So that's the software. So when you are describing the sensor and especially the sensor size, in terms of when you are describing the sensor size for the analog front camera, usually we will call it like the image size, like this. Right? As you can see from this figure, we have image plane over here, and then when we are describing the size of the image plane or size of the sensor, then we will describe the whole size of your film. So for example, it's like that. So it will be how many millimeter by how many millimeter. So that will be the way we describe the analog frame camera. And then, however, for the sensor size for digital push button or digital camera, actually we won't describe the whole frame. We won't describe the size of the whole frame. Instead, we will talk about the sensor size in terms of each of the CCD sensor. So as you can see, each of the CCD sensor right now is described as for example 6.5. So how many micrometer by how many micrometer? Okay, so which means that it's the pixel. Right, so the sensor size when we are describing the push button scanner or digital push button scanner sensor size, we usually describe it with 1 pixel size. And then when we are talking about the front camera, analog front camera sensor size, we usually talk about the whole image plane. So that's the difference between them.